Hi guys, Masterpiece Beat here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I mixed and mastered On God from the Johnny EP. It happens to be one of the songs y'all have been asking me, how did you mix this song? How did you mix this song? So now is the time. Let's go straight to the point.
Yeah, so welcome and let me show you how everything is really sounding right now. Um I'll start with the chorus.
Put it all on God. Yes, I put it all on Him. You know that in my time when God no fit solve.
Yeah.
Put it all on God. Yes, I put it all on Him. You know that in my time when God no fit solve. So I put it on.
Nice. So I'm gonna be starting with the instrumentation and let me show you what is happening on the beat and before I take you through the vocal mixing. So first of all I started with my lo-fi piano. So let me play it without the EQ. So there's kind of like some frequencies there that I never wanted, so I said let me just take it off, and this is what happened. So I use Fab Filter. Yes. So I use Fab Filter Pro Q3, yeah. So I cut from 236.14 hertz, and then I did on the high, I cut the high like 3000. Yeah, that's like 30,000 hertz from there. So this is how it sounds. So I don't really want the frequencies should be like much. So I don't want a lot of low frequency on my beat. So I love let everything be felt, and when somebody is listening to my beat, the person should feel the presence, the person should feel the instrumentation as well. So then next what I did was I added such XT plugin. So um I didn't do more here. I just choose my sound. The name of the sound is Kuto. Yeah. And then Suto, sorry. It's a Kuto Suto. I don't know. so I so this was what I played with it. Nothing much. So just to keep the it was more like it's block, but I cut off like the low. I always do away with my lows. Yeah. I don't like when instrumentation is noisy. So that was what I did, and then followed by the bass. So I use VPS Avenger. Sorry, it's not here again, but this was my bass from VPS Avenger. I did this was what I played. So that's it. And then next was my drum kit. Yes. So I used two kick. Funny enough, yeah. I used two kicks. So let me show you what I did there. So I did a chord on the high, like I removed the high end from the whole kick. Then the other one was more like a punchy kick. Can you hear it? And then I didn't add anything. Yeah. So this kick is from Jeb Josh samples. Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Jeb Josh. And then I from the rims. This was the rim. So what I did on this as on display the rim, I added like IM pusher to it. I added a low because I wanted the rim shot should be a bit heavy. Yeah, the rim shot I needed it to be a bit heavier. So yeah, so that's how it sounded, and then I added like a percussion, some of my percussion on that. Yeah, nice. So this is how everything sounded, and a lot of you have been asking me about that. How did this guy do this bass line? Like master this bass line? Yeah. Okay, let me show you what I did. I actually it wasn't live. I played it with my hands. Yeah. yeah. So And then this is how the bass line sounded. So nice, right? So I used Fat Channel from, it's a stock plugin that comes with Presonus Studio One. Yeah. So I added a bit of the low, and I did a cut on the high. Yeah, if you can check. Yeah. I did like minus 10.56 decibels. So yeah. So that's how I came about the result you're hearing here. So the instrumentation alone, let's hear how everything sounds. This is the lofi piano. It starts first because I needed something that will catch people's attention. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Not forgetting, I added this Jeb pod. Yeah, it's from Jeb Josh sample. So Jeb pod. Yeah, I added it on the, like, after one bar two. Yeah, it's coming. Let me solo it so that you hear what. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 after 4 counts. So yeah, so this is how everything sounds. And now back to the vocal mix. I did my BGVs. I did the backup myself. So, and then let me take you through how I did the backup. So let me solo it alone.
Put it all on God. Yes, I put it all on Him. You know, just matter where my God no fi solve. Put it all on God.
So, mind you, this is not really me. This is just me showing you my creative process of how I made the magic happen. So, you can actually come up with different results. There's no limitation to anything you can actually do as a music producer. You can actually come up with a different idea of mixing, and for me, how it sounds good to my ears. That's how I put it out there. So, and a couple of people, I get reviews from others too, but if it's good for me, I put it out. So you can actually do, just make sure you enjoy the process. So let me take you through the BGV, like the BV. So this is it. First I did I added a compressor. Yes. Minus 11. That's the threshold. The threshold is minus 11.16 dB. And then I added more attack and more release. So that's all. And then the ratio was 3.8 ratio. So that was all for the compressor. I didn't do much. And then for the EQ, I added this mid frequency here, and then I added a bit of the high. Yeah, because I wanted it to be a kind of sharpy but soft BGV. So, and this is how it sounded good for me. And then I did a bit with the ozone EQ. So I added a low. Yeah, it's funny, right? So I added a low, and then I did so like more like a surgical EQ. So I cut off like some frequencies. So it was just me trying to make sure the whole thing is sounding the way I imagine it and the way I want it to appear on people's ear, the way I want it to sound on people's ear. I mean, so um, fresh air. Yes, I next was fresh air. So my fresh air was, the mid air was on 19, and the high air was on 21. Yes. So I didn't do much, like I didn't do much on it. So then followed by, this is my like my favorite EQ from Wave, from the Wave plugin. So the Money EQ, yeah, Money EQ, yeah. So this is it. I did like the high. I did a bit of the high. This thing, high pass. I cut the high. I did a cut on the high pass, and then also on. I didn't do. I didn't cut the low pass side. I didn't do something on the low pass, but I did something on the high pass. So 71%. Not really 71%, but 63%. So yeah, and then I did a minus 2.8 dB. Like I did a chord on minus 2.8 dB. So and I added like 0.6 dB from my distance. So this was just basically what I did, and I added like S1 imager to just put everything on the center. Yes, I'm just showing you what I did. Yes, not really, nothing much. So, and fat channel. I use this fat channel most time for gate. Yes, because I love the gate. So I did minus 34.44 decibel. So, and then my attack was 5.00 meter per second, and then the release was 700 meter per second, and that's all. I didn't do much, and I finally was the de-easer, the R de-easer from Wave. So I did a bit more of cutting, like not really cutting, a full mix. I used this preset called full mix, and then I was actually controlling a threshold, so it was minus 33.0 threshold. So yes, and the range was minus 18.0. So that's how I came out with the result of those BGVs. And then finally the magical side of it. So I have different approach of mixing my BGVs. Yes, I have different approach. I can actually do it different ways. So first of all, I use this on my FX channel. On my FX channel. So I actually sent like a reverb, a reverb, and so a reverb pro R. Yeah, pro R. That's from Fab Filter. So this is what I did. I added like everything from the side, and then I cut the decay rate. So I took it down to 50%. So then the stereo, I added like complete stereo, and the mix was complete. So I actually needed a shimmer sound, like a bright feel of reverb. So I added it, and I was controlling the send level, so both sides. So then next I did more on the Avox choir. Yeah, that's from Antares. Yeah, I didn't do much. I just gave it that 32 voices, and then I make sure everything was sprayed left and right, so to fill up the space. So yeah, guys, that's how I mix the BGV, and this how I came about the result. So
Put it all on God. Yes, I put it all on Him. You know, yet in my time, my God, no fi solve.
then for my vocal chain, I didn't do much. I repeated the same method. So first of all, I let me take you to the verse. Yeah.
Ooh, whoa, whoa. So I put it on God. Every situation where they always bother me, yeah, man, I put it on God.
Yeah, so for the vocals, I just added the compressor, just the same thing. Yeah, but I added like a beat uh threshold minus 15.88. Yes. And then I did 35 meter per second on the attack, and then that's that's not much. That's what I did. And for the EQ, I did a bit of highs, and then cause this is more like my vocal, so like for my own personal preset vocal chain. Yeah. So I use this vocal chain for all my songs most times. So and then I did the EQ part. So I did because I my voice. I always love to cut the mid frequency, like the low mid. So this is it. This is how it sounds. I'm gonna play it like before and after, so you should understand what I'm talking about. So this is it.
Ooh, whoa, whoa. So I put it on God. Every situation where they always bother me, yeah. Man, I put it on God. Anything where one stand for my front, oh. Man, I put it on God. Cause I know say everything go there alright. Man, I put it on God. Cause I know say no matter where go fit to pass your power. Oh,
Yeah. So that was it, and so I'm gonna be putting on the effects one by one, so you hear what they do to it. And the truth is that, guys, you have to use what you have and use what you have to achieve the best. That's one thing OY Production will always tell you. So I always learn from him. So shout out to OY Production, and I I enjoy the process of creating this song. Yes, because I was actually having that, like the thought was just coming just the way OY will say. So, and I arrived to this final result. So yeah.
ooh,
So with the
whoa,
compressor,
whoa. So I put it on God.
then
Every situation where they always
the
bother
EQ,
me, yeah. Man, I put it on
the
God.
next EQ
Anything where one stand for my front,
with
oh. Man,
ASA,
I put it on
RV
God.
ASA,
Cause I know say everything go there
fat
alright. Man, I
channel.
put it on God.
Yeah.
Cause I know say
So
no
I
matter.
think there was something I did different on the mix. Yeah, when I came to this fat channel, so I did a bit of the compression again. Yes, I added a little bit of the compression from the fat channel. Yes, which is this fat channel is actually a stock plugin that comes with Studio One. So, and sorry, I'm using Studio One to do the breakdown because that's where I produce. That I mostly use Studio One for my mixing and mastering, and so, and then I did a bit of cutting off this low mid frequency. Yeah, low mid frequency from this side. Yeah, that's like sorry, 156.0 hertz. That's what I cut from, and then I added more of high mid frequency a bit because I've done a lot of cutting in the other EQ. So I'm just trying to like avoid some bad frequencies that will actually cause harshness to the ears. And yeah, then same here, back to my fresh air, and here was just 19. The the high air was 19, and the mid air was 5%. Yeah, so that was it, and boom. To add of everything, I did more of like the CLA compressor, CLA 3 compressor, yeah, 3A CLA compressor. So I did more of the gain reduction, that's the peak reduction, yeah, from here, 5.65 dB, and then so this is how everything sounds.
Ooh, whoa, whoa. So I put it on God. Every situation where they always bother me, yeah. Man, I put it on God. Anything where one stand for my front, oh. Man, I put it on God. Cause I know say everything go there alright. Man, I put it on God. Cause I know say no matter where go fit to pass your power. Oh.
Yeah, so then next I added another de-esser. This de-esser was just doing more of the mic pop. Yes, I used this preset mic pop vocal. So what I was doing was all the sounds. Yeah, I was actually removing them with this because I actually did like I went through the vocals and I did a lot of cut, but I still needed it because I wanted the vocal to be as clean as possible. So yes, that was it for my vocals. So, and then I did a send of my reverb, nothing much, send of the send. So I control everything on the send level. So this is how it sounded, and
Ooh, whoa, whoa. So I put it on God. Every situation where they always bother me, yeah. Man, I put it on God. Anything where one stand for my front, oh.
a lot of you will actually say the reverb most time is advisable to actually automate. Yes, I do automation for reverbs most time, but on this case, I was actually looking at something very weird, something that will sound. like that, something that will actually give me that Ashake vibe, but still not really giving me, like, I just needed a vocal that can actually sound wide and more open and seated on the beat. So that's why I didn't do more of the or all those automation on the reverb. So yes, so guys, the Johnny EP is actually out on every platform. You can actually check it out. Yes. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you turn on the notification button so that when I post, you actually see it and we begin to grow together, guys. Yes. Thank you so much. And yeah, so let's enjoy the music and hear how everything sounds. Yeah. From beginning.
Put it all on God. Yes, I put it all on Him. You know, just matter when my God no fit solve. Put it all on God. Yes, I put it all on Him. You know, just matter when my God no fit solve. Whoa, whoa. So I put it on God.
Yo, thank you guys for watching and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn up your notification bells so that when I post next time you're gonna see it. And also don't forget you can actually use the link on my description to stream this song and actually purchase my beats on BeatStars. Thank you so much.